Hey guys, welcome to my channel. My name is Taylor. Welcome to my visual diary. We are in Paris. I am a travel vlogger. I am from Atlanta, Georgia, so my home base is America. And I just want to share like what my experience has been so far coming to Paris and just being in France in general during the Olympics, my experience being here and things that I did. So let's get into it. First thing, okay, yesterday was my birthday. So today is July 29th. My birthday is on July 28th. And so yesterday I didn't really do like a check-in with you guys because I don't like to work on my birthday. I just don't, like, that's like my rule. Like, I do not work on my birthday. It's my birthday, okay? But I did want to like walk through like my day yesterday just so that can kind of give like a little perspective on what it's like. So first thing, Paris is popping right now. And obviously, Paris is always popping. Fun fact about Paris, it is the most visited city in the world. I did not know that. I found that out later. So just to put in perspective how busy France is, like just give you that perspective. I mean, I don't feel like it's that bad. I feed off of people. I love being around people. I love being in like if I'm at an area and there's like a lot of people there, as long as I can take my picture or as long as I can do my own thing, I don't mind like it being crowded, but that's just something to put into perspective. So just keep all of that in mind. Summer is usually the busy season also. So if you do come in the summer, it is gonna be busy. The weather though, if you live in Georgia like I do, Atlanta, Georgia, we have like humid heat. The weather here is like, mwah. It's so not humid. It's always a breeze and it's just, it feels so good. So like the weather by far has been like one of my favorite things. So yesterday what I did was I got in, I left Nice and came straight to Paris. I scheduled a tour at the Louvre, which I didn't realize how far the Louvre is from the airport. There wasn't enough time to drop off my luggage. The Louvre, you have to book tickets ahead of time. Let's start there. And the only day they had available was my birthday for like the span that I was here. And I was like, I'm spending my birthday at the Louvre. Like that's happening. I don't care. That's happening.
I can't clouds, I will always be your guiding light.
Things to keep in mind: if you come from the airport and try to go straight to the Louvre, you cannot bring your luggage with you. You cannot bring luggage into the Louvre. So if you know that you're not going to be able to make it to your accommodation in time to drop off your luggage to make it to the Louvre, they have storage lockers all around the city. So if you just want to drop your luggage off, drop it. That way you can go make it to your reservation, because your reservations, if you're not there on time, like, you're not going to have your reservation. Another thing about the Louvre, like, it depends on like what you're going for. Like, if you want a tour, or if you want like to just browse, or if you want like a mixture of both. The tour that I did was like a mixture of both. It was only an hour, and basically what the biggest perk of my tour was, I skipped the line. Another thing to think about, if you do not have tickets for the Louvre and you just try to buy tickets same day, right now in the summer you can't even do same day tickets, but if you don't have skip the line tickets, you're waiting in line. My tour guide said the line is 3 hours. 3 hours. And that's if you have tickets to get into the Louvre. So definitely like skip the line tickets. Even if you don't want to go on the tour, like, you can just get into the Louvre and then leave your tour. Just, the Louvre is only open from like 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. So if you already spend 3 hours waiting in line, you're gonna miss so much. The Louvre, I love art. Like, I love art and I love books. The Louvre, there's nothing I can put into words about how spectacular the Louvre is. And it was the perfect way to spend my birthday. And what I liked about the Louvre is that everybody always has like this question, like, how long would it take you to see it all? And my tour guide was telling us that it takes, if you go every single day, because there's 500 million pieces of art in the Louvre. And this, how for you to lay eyes on every single item in the Louvre, it would take you 13 weeks straight. 13 weeks straight. So the Louvre is a place that you can always go to. You can keep going to. You're never going to get tired of. Because also, like, with art museums, they change out collections. So, like, it's impossible. Unless you work at the Louvre, it's impossible for you to get tired of the Louvre. So that experience was just, honestly, just going to the Louvre alone, like, I honestly didn't need to do anything else in Paris, which sounds crazy, but I love art that much. And like, when I got there, I was so overwhelmed by how much art was in there. Like, and how beautiful the art was, and just how artsy the city is in general. Like, I don't even know. It was overwhelmingly beautiful. And like, I got so much footage in the Louvre, and like, I like the architecture, the jewelry, the paintings, and I was only on one floor, like just the Mona Lisa floor. Like, I was in the Mona Lisa floor, like I was on that side of the Louvre, and then I walked over to the other side of the Louvre that has like Napoleon's like home, but this was all one floor. And I spent 3 hours, and I didn't see nowhere near all the rooms, and I wasn't even able to stop and really look at the art. Overwhelming in the best way. Like, I left there like literally overstimulated. That's how nice the Louvre was. And so after the Louvre, I came back here and I checked into my Airbnb and actually dropped my luggage off. So I picked it up from the luggage locker, came back to my Airbnb, and then I went on a boat cruise for my birthday, which also I recommend. It was so worth it. It came with champagne, and it like it was a cruise on the Seine. was so nice. And then like the Eiffel Tower lit up at night while I was on the cruise, and it just was a magical, beautiful experience. And like you get to see a lot of the landmarks on the cruise because the cruise is along the Seine. So boat cruise I recommend. The champagne was amazing. The wine, white, red, and champagne in France is outstanding. Best one I've ever tasted. But that's because like most champagne and wine come from France anyway, but like top tier. And I'm talking about like even like $6 glasses. Tastes better than anything I've had in the States. That I really, really enjoyed. And then after that, I hung around like the Seine and like looked at the Eiffel Tower, took cute pictures. And then I came home and I read my book. So like yesterday was just a lot. It was so much fun and I loved it. I loved everything about it. Things like if you're just thinking of like things to do, like a lot of these things were very inexpensive. I think the most expensive one was like the Skip the Line Louvre tour. I think that was like 68 euros, but it was worth it because I wasn't waiting 3 hours in line and the Louvre was just life changing. But the cruise I think was like 30 euros, and it also came with champagne. There's cheaper versions if you don't get champagne. And then you also like can just sit at the Seine for free. Like that's what like the locals do. Like they just sit down at the Seine and like they get like a drink maybe, or they get food and they have like a picnic and they just sit and look at the water. And so like I felt like that was just like there's so many things that you can do that are fun that don't really cost that much money. You can really live and get like an authentic experience in Paris, you know? So like that part I really, really enjoyed. After I did that, I ended up at a pizza spot. Which was right next to the Seine by like the, I guess you would say like the dock. I don't know what to call it, but it was by the Seine. And that place, y'all, was so good. That pizza was so good. And it also was super affordable, which I found wild because it was in the main area. I thought that was like pretty cool also. So if you're looking for food like around the Eiffel Tower and you're trying to find something that's budget and you have kids with you, I recommend this spot. And they let you charge your phone. It's like my biggest recommendations about day one, like the touristy events, like I know it might be a little cringe, but honestly, there's perks because Paris isn't like one of these places where if you just like try to do something at the last minute, it's gonna work out for you because of the sheer volume of people here. I would say like do a mix of like your own thing, but also like if you really want to see like the major things, book the accommodations ahead of time. Nor I know for a fact if I would have came here and just showed up and tried to do like certain things, it would have not been possible. Just keep that in mind because I'm the type of traveler, I like to just go with the flow and just vibe, but you can do that here, but if you still want to see certain things, like there's still certain things I just want to see, you can't wait till the last minute. So that's advice. The vibe in the city right now is just so global and warm and welcoming. Oh, it feels like being hugged. Like there's people from obviously the Olympics, so the whole world is here, but like seeing such a blend of culture. And like the thing that I love the most about the Olympics, I like the Olympics more than any sporting event because, well, the Olympics is number one than the World Cup, but the Olympics in particular because it brings the entire world together because there's every sport, you know? Just seeing like everyone be here and it's so like loving and you're seeing all this culture and you're just seeing like such good vibes and like so many different dialects and so many different like how far people came to be here and to support and just to see the Olympics. I feel like honestly it's an experience that I probably truly would cherish the rest of my life. I feel like the Parisians are doing an amazing job of being so warm and nice and just like helpful and informative and patient and kind. Like, oh my gosh. Like my Airbnb host, is like the nicest. First of all, this Airbnb is the nicest Airbnb I've ever stayed in my entire life. Let's start there. And I'm not even exaggerating. It truly is. Just like the going above and beyond and just being nice. Like, I'm just like, and everybody like thought like it was gonna be super busy, so it was a zoo. So everybody told me not to come here for the Olympics because they're like, it's gonna be crazy. I'm sorry, like I don't have any regrets. Like the way that they're shuffling the traffic around and like how organized it is and structured it is, I have no complaints. Like Paris ate down with that. So I feel like just the vibe of the city is just like it's just it makes me want to live here. And I've never felt that way about anywhere other than London. And it's just so beautiful. Like the city's so beautiful. And then the last thing before I leave you guys, because I've been talking for a while, police presence. Okay. That is one thing that I'm pretty sure like other creators have probably touched on. But the police presence here is insane. Like, insane. So if you're planning on coming to Paris during the Olympic season and like that's something that you're thinking about doing and you aren't comfortable with firearms or you haven't seen firearms in that capacity, I'm an American. And I live in the South. And so guns ain't nothing to Americans. But if I'm uncomfortable, if an American is uncomfortable, it's bad. Like the police are everywhere. They move in little bitty groups of like 6 to 8 officers. And it's not just Paris. They were in Nice. They're in the airport. They're all over the country. And they're walking around these groups. And they are strapped with AKs. AKs at AK-47. They're strapped with AR-15s. Like they have assault rifles. And that they're just walking around with. They have tear gas. They have full body mask on. They were in the Seine last night. I'm like, what? Like, we see them everywhere, but why are y'all in the river? Like, I'm like, who do y'all plan on gunning down in the river? I feel like I'm in Mission Impossible. That part is a little off-putting. I'm not even gonna lie to you. It's a little off-putting. So just like mentally prepare for that. It's a little something, okay? Thank you guys so much for watching and more Paris content loading. My next video, I'm just gonna end this one because I feel like this one is really long and it's just like a lot of FAQs and like things to know and perspective prior to coming here. If you're thinking about it and thinking about doing like fun things, book your stuff in advance. Get ready for the police. There's a lot of free things you can do that are still fun and you can feel like a local. And last but not least, public transport is the best way to get around the city right now. This public transport system is super efficient, super easy to use, but still acclimate yourself with it. If you're going to book accommodations and you arrive on one day, just peruse around the city, see the city, just test it, get your feet wet. Like I did in my first vlog here. Really the whole big purpose of that day was to acclimate myself with public transport. And then that way, like I could just go when I have my accommodations and all of like the things and like the things that I have planned, because all of these things are time sensitive. And if you don't know how to use public transport and you get lost, you're going to miss your slots because it's so busy. They're not going to rebook it for you. If I can offer you any advice, acclimate yourself with public transport. I think that's it. So if you think about coming, 20 out of 10 recommend if you can make the trip. And before I leave you, in the description, I have a travel fund that supports flights, hotels, accommodations, and things like that. So if you want to donate and support me directly, I very much appreciate it. No pressure, but I love any and all the support for allowing me to just continue to take these trips, give you guys a perspective and edge, and just something that if you feel like you want to do. No pressure, but I love you guys so much. Thank you as always for supporting me and being here for me and watching me on this channel. I really appreciate it. If you haven't already, please like, comment, and subscribe. Push notifications, and I will see you guys in the next video.